If anything breaks, it was the 5-year-old who did it.
What's going on, everybody? Today is a beautiful day because I'm going to take the day off.
Good for you.
You're building the motor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What with your help, like your instruction?
Well,
just let me in there loose. Like that's a bad idea.
Here you go. Here's a bunch of parts. Throw it all together. We've got the short block mostly done. Some jerk screwed up the oil pump, so you got to put a new oil pump on. But I got you a new oil pump, a new pickup tube. Well, not a new oil pump. We've got a used one, but new to this motor. And then we've got the head gaskets, the head studs. I did the heads the other day. We put the springs in them, the valve seals. I went and cleaned them, did all that. So what I'm hoping that we can get done is get this whole thing together and get it ready so that way within the next couple of days here we can clean all this stuff out, move it around, get the El Camino in here and start pulling the old motor out.
Sounds good.
That's the game plan. So I'm going to switch spots. I'm going to get behind the camera and I'll let you explain everything that's going on.
Putting the head bolts in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you're doing it too, Meatball?
You want to help? Great.
All right, so go ahead and put them in. The ones on the ends are short ones. I'll show you
These
those.
ones here?
Yeah. They go somewhere. It'll be obvious because they'll stick out too far.
Okay. So, you put this in here with your big glove.
With a big glove.
Okay, now you got to turn it this way. Yep.
Turn it.
Righty-tighty.
Now, I wouldn't tighten them all the way down. I would leave them a little loose because you'll see when you go to put the head gasket on, you can just go all the way down and then go back just a little bit. Just so they still got a little wiggle room to them. Because when you put the head gasket on them,
Okay.
you're going to want that wiggle room
You want to do this one?
to get it over it.
This way. Okay, now turn it.
It's hard filming people of two different heights.
Should I get down lower? Because we can't expect her to grow. But she's got it. Righty. That way. Yep. If anything breaks, it was the 5-year-old who did it.
What are you most excited about putting this motor together? Like, what excites
Me or
you?
Ella?
You.
Doing it with you and with Ella and learning as I go. It feels good to do it myself. Not like do it all by myself, but to be hands-on, active in it. Now wait, hold on. Wait. Dad, I said the ones at the ends are the short
Yeah, let me
ones.
see. I can't remember which one. Yeah, that's a short one. That's not a short one. You can do that one, Meatball.
Okay, this one.
Go ahead, twist that one. Now, the game plan here is this is really, really unnecessary to do like head bolts or head studs on your motor. It's like really we could just use regular head bolts or reuse the factory head bolts. But in the off chance
That's good.
we put a nitrous plate on this thing,
No more, there's no more else. So what excites you the most about this whole deal?
taking it on drag week. No, I'm kidding. We're not taking it on drag week.
Okay.
No, this is gonna be the only built part of the El Camino. Like everything else is still factory. So we need like converter and trans and rear and suspension and all kinds of stuff to really start racing it. But it's gonna be nice. It'll be nice to have just a car to cruise in. Like
Plus the El Camino is just a cool car.
it's just a cool car truck thing.
Yeah?
Meatball, are you excited?
You wanna ride in Mommy's car?
Are you gonna drive it?
No. No.
Yes,
No.
she knows.
No.
Mommy won't let her, but Dad I
No.
will. Yeah. Tell him, Meatball.
No.
That's right. Say I'm driving.
No thank you.
I was thinking about
Boo-boo.
adding some of this stuff to SHITBOXSupply.com just so people can get the stuff we used on this build. What? No, don't be turning the crank over.
Well, now these ones, is there any point where I need to stop with them?
Just so what's gonna happen is you'll see, like, you want them to all be loose like this, because when you go to get the head gasket on, like when they get tight, sometimes they push a little bit to one side or the other. So what we'll do is we'll slide the head gasket on it first, get the head on, and then we can take the Allen head, tighten them all up, you know, to where they're snug, and then we'll put the nuts, the washers and the nuts on them.
Gotcha.
It's just going to make the next step easier is what I'm getting at here.
Okay.
No glove, no love.
You're ridiculous.
Because what you're going to do is you're going to hold it up with one hand, and you're going to spray both sides of it with that copper. That's why I said you need gloves.
Right, and why you gotta move quickly. Got it.
Yeah.
Great.
Just coat the whole thing up.
Oh.
So that nozzle is a little different than the other one. All right.
Yeah. Well, don't be in my zone. I don't want
Do you remember which side was front?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my god.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that thing's spraying a little too much because
It's very intense.
not the right head on that thing. Yeah, and now the floor's sticky.
Great.
See, that's why I said if you leave it loose like that.
Yeah, there's a little play.
Yeah, there's a little play. Now
Fudge.
but that little play, if you don't have it loose, it'll fight you to the end.
No.
Hold on a second here.
It's stuck on this one.
Yeah. So bring it back together. And then go down with it.
No, bro.
You may have to lift up somewhere else then to get it to even out. Alright, bam. Got it.
Kinda. Alright.
Kind of. Now I'd probably take those gloves off.
Right.
You can grab that head
Okay.
and sit it on there.
Where's the 5-year-old? That's who we need.
What?
The 5-year-old. So if something goes wrong, we can just say it was the 5-year-old.
Yeah, it's her fault. Bam! Somebody said you needed your own YouTube channel.
That's a terrible idea. I'm incredibly awkward when you put me on camera. I don't give weather reports.
Oh, I haven't done a weather report in a while. So what's the likelihood that we're going to see you have your own YouTube channel?
Is negative a possibility?
Possible.
Maybe a blog.
So
as long
you're
as there's not video.
So you're saying there's a chance.
No, there's negative of a chance. Like,
Have you ever built a motor before?
I remember tearing one apart.
But you've never, you've
But
helped me
built
with
it?
stuff.
No. Torn apart? Yes. Built. Just go in reverse.
Yeah.
It's a lot easier to take things apart.
Reverse is a lot easier.
Yeah. So guess who's not good at ring toss?
Well, those nails don't help.
Actually, they do. They're like an extension of my finger. So when I can't get my finger in there, the nails can push it down.
Why are you lying?
Tell them the truth. Horseshoes.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. We used to have a horseshoe pit in our backyard growing up. So we play horseshoes. I'll show you.
Okay, let's take this back a step. Because everybody online's been calling it the Camino. So what do you want to call it?
Do I have a choice anymore?
You might. It depends.
Thanks, guys.
Depends on if your choice is good. If it sucks, we're going to tell you it sucks. I'm just being honest.
Oh.
Somebody said they wanted the El Camino on a t-shirt, so
Oh, that, you know.
it's got to have a good name.
I'm not
It's
about
got to
that.
look good.
I'm not about that. You do that, and I'll wear the things, but I don't.
So what name did you have in mind?
Please let me run and drive.
Run inside.
I said run and drive. Just kidding. But I don't.
Trash.
It's a toss up between a couple things, but I really don't think it matters until I actually drive it. It's like when you see a kid, like you have some ideas in mind, but until you see the kid, you're like, oh, or a pet or whatever.
It matters because we're going to make obviously multiple videos, so if it has a name, then it just helps everybody come back to all the old videos to see how it was built and put together and who put it together and all that.
I don't know, we'll come back to that.
We'll come back to that.
We'll come back to that.
so you got to go in order. So you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, like that.
In order. Gotcha.
Yep, so these go last because we're going to do 25, 50, then 75. Then those go last.
You have to turn until it beeps at you?
Yeah.
Oh, Christmas tree.
I don't know what you're doing. But I'm definitely filming it.
Okay.
How do you feel about your first head stud torquing experience?
So it was all good until I got to like 75. Then my wrist was like,
Nah. Believe it or not, every bolt on this motor has a torque spec.
I believe it.
Yeah.
I believe it.
How often do I follow them?
I hope all the time.
Sure.
But you said that there is rarely ever used, so I'm gonna guess you don't. But
No.
we're gonna do that here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, so now we're pretty close to this thing being wrapped up. We've got to take a few things off of it. Like the dipstick is stuck. We got to swap the oil pump out and the pickup tube. We got to put a valley cover on there. So why don't we steal the valley cover, throw that on. We can throw the intake on. How about I put the camera down, you and I get to work,
Okay.
and then we'll cut to this thing being mostly complete or complete.
Is that where I get to do the magic fingers thing?
Magic, what?
You do like the magic fingers, and then like the magic happens. They come back and it's
Oh yeah, the magic, yeah, movie magic. We're gonna do movie magic and then come back.
yeah.
Let's do it. Time for that intake. We did movie magic. Covers back on. What else?
Pulled out that.
Well, you gotta look at me when you talk.
Oh well, I'm trying to find it. The dipstick's gone.
Bad dipstick, yep.
Yeah.
Did the push rods,
Did that.
the rockers,
Did that.
everything. Valley covers on there.
Mhm.
I'm still not sure about the oil pan yet because I don't know where this oil pan went. I have another one here, but it's full of like sludge. I
It's not
might
a little thing. Like.
I might use a factory oil pan. We'll see. I've done it before. It's worked. We'll see if we can make it work in your truck. Throw the intake on. We're getting close to home now.
Yay.
You'd swapped out the crank sensor just because it had a broken clip.
Oof. All right. Hang on. I'm trying to do it right the right time first time.
Look at that. Shout out. Slower than you. Even though this isn't a 325, this is like a 364. Yeah, I was gonna say I would start those by hand so we don't strip them. This intake has been on this Nova It's been on the Dodger.
Aww.
Yeah, this thing's been on a lot of vehicles. This thing's already won a bunch of races. Lost a bunch too, but
Hey,
neither here nor there.
neither here nor there. Let me get this one going. So then, what do we have after this? What
So
do we got
after
left?
this, we have. Hold on, I'm trying to find an extension real quick. You're probably gonna need an extension.
Yep.
Yep. Here, take that off of there. No, pull the. There you. No, not by the end. What are you doing? There you go.
Well, my hands are slippery.
Well, when you're trying to pull on that little thing, it's not.
Well, I
gonna
was gonna. Yeah, I thought maybe that'd help.
work. So after that, we are going to set the carb on, which has been on both the Nova and the Dodger. Shout out Dave Terizzi. I still have his carb. It's way too much carb for this thing, and the fueling's all wrong. But we'll fix that
All right.
at another date and time. We got to switch the jets out of that one and everything else, but we know that it'll make it run. And then I've got a gift.
You have a gift?
I have a gift for you. Yep. And then we're pretty much going to be wrapped up for the night. Because then after this, I mean,
Okay.
yes, I still got to put the oil pan on. We do have motor mounts that need to go on and some of that stuff. But what we're really going to need to do is get the garage completely cleared out the best we can. So that way we have space to pull the El Camino in and start pulling the motor out. Like, well, we could, in theory, if everything worked, we could have this motor in the El Camino within the next couple of days.
Don't play with my emotions.
Pending
Right.
nothing goes wrong. I'm not saying running, because I just realized like I still got to order a starter, which is fine. I got to figure out. I got the spacer for the snout on the converter, but I kind of want to go to the hardware, or not the hardware store, the parts store, and grab that flex plate that it's all built in. And I forget the part number on that, so I gotta look that up. I know they usually carry those like in stock. And then we gotta figure out the oil pan situation. There's some things to figure out, but like we could be like within a week, as long as my math is correct. Because I think I have a fuel pump, I think I have a fuel pressure regulator. I think I got a lot of these things that we would need. Like I said, I've been stacking parts for this for a long time.
Like how long is a long time?
What? How long?
Second part. Like for how long?
Since I bought the El Camino, I've been buying parts for it so we could LS swap it. Like.
And then I was like, no,
And
no
then you're
LS,
like, no,
no,
yeah, no LS.
no, none of those. Sorry about that, babe. I didn't mean to do that to you.
No, that's fine. Well,
So this gift, can I get a hint or like?
it's not really that great of a gift, but I do have a gift for you.
Some molten lava.
Damn.
cakes.
I've got no studs.
I got one. Hey.
No, I don't. I'll have to check my. Let me go look for some parts. Because we'll look for some parts and then we'll set the carb on and I'll give you a gift. Because I see that there's no studs in that for the carb to sit on. But we are almost there.
Well, it's not the molten lava. Can we get those again?
The molten lava
Yeah,
cakes
we haven't
from
had those in
Domino's.
So long. Well, it doesn't matter where. But
Well, Domino's had the good ones. I really enjoyed the Domino's ones.
all right.
All right.
Do you want me to go over them again? Just make sure they're nice and tight. Can I take
Yeah.
the extension off to do so?
Yeah, just be careful because they've been on and
Yeah.
off a bunch of times. They're already kind of rounded. Which socket are you using? The deep one or the shallow? Yeah, the deep one is 6-sided. The shallow ones are 12 point. So I'd rather use a 6 point on that. Less chance of stripping it out.
Okay.
Man. All right. Why a stink face?
I got something in my shoe.
Oh. I robbed some studs that are way too long and are not going to work. But just because we want to see what it's going to look like going all together, I want to grab that carb, throw it on there. I may need to get, honestly, I should probably get a smaller carb. Maybe not even smaller, but I do need to get another carb, and we do need to jet it right and everything else. But we'll do that in time.
Oh, yeah.
But just so we can start getting it together. Shoo!
What I know.
She looking good.
I'd like to clean this. That's just me.
Yeah, it's dusty. And here's my gift. That is a brand new set of header bolts specifically for an LS, and they're black and they're nice. I've been saving those.
I can tell.
Yes, brand new in a package. They're supposed to go on my car,
Aww.
but then we took the LS out.
Well, thank you. Why do I feel like these get lost? A lot. Frequently. Often.
That's not, I mean, we've got a bunch of them, but that's a nice new, brand new set.
Well, thank you.
Looks good.
Got something brand new.
So now
Thank you.
I say we go ahead and throw this. We can at least hang these. Just the two end bolts. Like just stick the two end bolts in. We gotta take that out first. Show everybody what's in there. Another thing I ordered forever ago.
Not lose the brand new bolt.
Don't lose the brand new
The
bolts.
brand new bolt. Oh, yeah, I remember now.
Yeah.
Wow. Isn't it crazy how you can forget parts that have been ordered?
Yeah. G-body swap headers. So in theory, those should fit right in there. Long tubes. Very nice.
Gorgeous.
Very nice, very nice.
Thank you.
Alright, let's hang them up because I want to see what it looks like when they're all hung up.
Okay.
Alright,
All right.
there you have it.
Did it!
It is almost completely all together. I still got to put the balancer on, which I'm going to check to see if I got another one. And then I want to run and get some gaskets, some new valve cover gaskets. You know, maybe I'll order those or something. But we are very, very close. Like, no BS. We're a few parts away. A couple little trips to the parts store. I got to get some different studs. We got to hit up Low Dollar, get ourselves a new temperature sensor. Not that there's, I mean, that one might still work, but the clip is broken. So I've got some new water pump gaskets on there. We're probably going to use the factory style mechanical water pump. I don't know. I remember one time I was able to hook up power steering still, so I'll see if I have a power steering pump laying around. Well, it'd be nice to have power steering, especially if you want to drive it every day. Yeah.
Well, I'm proud of us.
Yep.
Darn.
We got it knocked out.
This makes me really happy.
She's all together. Well, almost all together. A little bit more. A little bit more. Couple.
Well, like, look at all we've done. And look, I did this. Like,
Yeah.
With assistance. Don't get me wrong. I did have assistance. I wasn't just going in blind, but like, that's pretty awesome, man.
Once you fire it up, that'll be an experience too.
Let me just have this moment of being happy about this. Like,
No, now we're here. Now I want to get it in the thing. Come on, I want to go cruise.
I know, but like, you gotta enjoy the moments as they happen. Be present.
Yeah.
I'm trying to do that. So, this makes me happy. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
'Cause I needed that.
Well, good. You built a motor. Your first motor.
Yeah.
And it's the
Who does
biggest
that? I
LS.
need it, but-
I've never even had a 6.0. I've only ever used 5.3s. So it's the biggest LS that's ever come from us. And you got it.
Thank you. I
So,
like it.
You guys stay tuned. We're going to probably keep working on this project throughout the week. I still got to figure out what's going on with that thing. Still trying to get those plans organized and everything else. So between that and maybe some running around, I'm hoping that within the next week or two we can have this thing at least set into the El Camino, if not running. I'd like to think that I'm not forgetting anything, but you never know. Anytime you do a project, you always forget something.
Why do I feel like this is one of the quickest builds? It's like, oh hey, let's finally build the El Camino. Boop, done. Like, oh man.
Well, it's because this is like, because I've done so many of the LS swaps and I've done G-body, like I know what we need generally right from the start. Plus, you got to think I've been ordering parts for this for months and months and months. So there's a lot of stuff we've got, and there's a lot of stuff I've been ordering. And if you plan it out, it usually ends up a little better. It's hard because where we're at, Like, we don't have a Summit or a Jags or anything, so everything has to be ordered in. So everything's got to be planned for. And I mean, shoot, just in the last 3-4 weeks, how much stuff have I ordered that's come to the house just so we could get to this point?
A lot. I feel like there was a point where something showed up every single day.
Yeah.
And
So
it became a little overwhelming.
it took 2 weeks of packages coming in just to get to this point.
But I feel
Plus
like
what I
that's
had
the
laying
majority of
around.
people
and
anyway,
everything.
though. For
Yeah.
the most part, you have to order stuff, so you're kind of just waiting on parts. So
Well,
I understand when you get parts in.
all right, battery's dying. Any closing statements?
Um,
Shout out Dave Terizzi.
of course.
That's his carb.
What's that?
That's his carburetor right there.
Well, you're pointing on the camera. I'm like, where are you pointing?
Yeah,
Thank you, Dave. No, I'm good. Thank you, guys. Matt does that whole thing. So.
Yeah.
Woo-hoo.
I'm not doing it. We'll just stare at this thing real quick. Da da da. She's a beaut, Clark. I'll probably end up building the whole exhaust for that too. I think we're gonna do full exhaust things. Yeah, I got pipe. I think I have all the
How
pipe.
close is that battery to that?
Like really pretty close. Well,
Awesome. Beep.
right.
I didn't slip in the name options that I had picked.
Oh,
Oh no, battery die.
No, what are the names?
Is it gonna die?
Yes.